Hello everyone, my name is Bianca and I am part of Team Castlevania. We decided that we would like to start over with a new game instead of building on our previous game from our last class. This time we decided to go with a 2D platformer game. In this game, we have 4 mechanics that each of us implemented into the game. We have air dash, platform spawn, elevating platforms, and slow motion. In the demonstration, I will go into more detail about each mechanic. As you can see, we have a fully functioning main menu as well. That allows us to see the credits of the game, exit the game, or play the game. We're going to click play here so we can get started. Firstly, I'm going to demonstrate the basics. We can move left and right with the A and D keys. We can also jump with the space button, and if we would like to double jump to reach higher areas, all we have to do is hit space twice. We also have enemy AIs that the player can attack. The way to get rid of the enemies is by jumping on them. Once the player jumps on the enemies, as you can see, the enemies die and disappear. Since we are discussing player movement, that brings me to our first mechanic, air dashing. In order for the player to air dash, they must hold the A or D keys down, depending on which direction they are going, jump, then press the L key down. That allows the player to dash forward a bit. This mechanic is used mid-air for players to cross large gaps that would not be able to be made with regular jumps or double jumps. Now, using my spacebar, I will jump up to the first platform with a green orb on it. Now, this isn't any ordinary collectible. This orb allows the players a special mechanic. I bring to you our next mechanic, platform spawning. Platform spawning will give the player a spawn ability that will create extra platforms out of thin air. Players will only be allowed to create these when they have the required item. The item will be located in certain areas of the game and can be collected an endless amount of times. The only restriction is that the ability to create the platform is limited to once. If the player has the collectible, collecting more will not grant more platforms to create until a platform has been created. If so, the player must return to the collectible to gain another platform to create. This mechanic will be used to reach unreachable areas and to assist in avoiding player death. Once the player collides with the green orb, the player is now ready to create a new platform. In order to do so, the player must click the left mouse button. As you can see in the demonstration, as soon as the left mouse button is clicked, the platform immediately appears. Next, we will jump once onto the next platform. On this platform is one of the 2 collectibles we have in the game. This collectible is a coin collectible. Each time the player collects them, they gain 30 points. Once the player has collected the coin, you will see the coin counter in the left-hand corner of our HUD count to 30. We will then use the lever and bridge that is over top of the abyss to safely cross over. All we have to do is go next to the lever, press the E key to interact with it. It will then pull down the lever and let the bridge expand to allow us to cross safely onto the next platform. In this area, we will be demonstrating the slow motion mechanic. The mechanic is an activatable ability that the player can use to slow down time for a specific amount of time. This will allow the player to maneuver through areas where there are traps moving very fast or even dodge enemy attacks. To use this ability, the player will must press the Q key. The player itself won't slow down, but everything around the player will, such as the enemies. Next, we are going to kill these 2 enemies here and then jump up to the next platform. Once again, we reach another green orb. We're just going to collide with this green orb, then press the left mouse button, and there you go, another platform that spawned to help us get to our next platform. This 3rd platform holds the 2nd collectible available to the player. This one is the life collectible. The life collectible gives us 1 more life than we started with, or currently have in the game. As you can see, it puts our life counter up by 1 once we pick it up. Now we are going to work our way back down so we can reach the last of our mechanic. Lastly, as you can see here, we have an elevating platform. Throughout the level, there will be various platforms that work like elevators that will help players reach where they need to go. This would be used in different setups like traversing along multiple elevating platforms or timing a jump to get off of it to get to a specific area. They will also be used to reach high areas where there are collectibles or specific pieces required to end the game. Elevating platforms can also help you escape enemies and progress you to the next level. In this case, we will be using elevating platforms for 2 things. 1, to reach the height of our destination, and 2, so we can use our air dash mechanic once again to make it to our finishing area. As you can see, we have made it to the end of the level. I hope you enjoyed this small demonstration of our in-progress game. Thank you for watching.